Georgia DOT's role in this horrific event has been one of clearing roadways. Our priority routes are our interstates first, the state routes, those critical routes that get to hospitals, energy production, schools, the like. At the worst of this, we had over 300 state routes blocked, impassable. That included 3 interstates at the time. We have made great progress on the state routes and the interstates, and now just down to a handful of locations that have power lines that the power crews are still working on. But this storm was so big, as the governor talked about. We've had right at 2,000 employees at one time working in all 159 counties. And of course, since then, we've triaged to work in the counties most affected, from Valdosta all the way to Augusta. This storm impacted 32,000 miles of roads just in the 41 declared counties. Now, again, 90 counties, you can pretty much double that. So you're talking about over 60,000 miles of roadways that are impacted, as you heard the governor, with power line crews, with over 1,000 miles of power lines that have to be rebuilt. But just think about trying to traverse over 60,000 miles of road just to see what the conditions are. I'm very proud of the women and men of the Georgia Department of Transportation for them providing the ability to get emergency vehicles through and power companies through. Our goals are first, to make it passable. That means that you can just get around. And today, we're down to only a handful of routes, literally about 5 to 7, that are just remain passable due to power lines. Everything else is our second priority. We try to get the roads fully open, but trees may be right up to the edge of pavement. Sometimes they may be encroaching in the edge of pavement. So we need everybody to still be aware that the roads are not fully open, even though all lanes appear to be open. And regrettably, we're still having trees fall. And with the power line work, sometimes they have to take trees out and then block a road again. So we need to ask everybody to still remain vigilant and remain as a defensive driver, because you never know what's going to be right around the corner. And then thirdly, our priority is, once we get cut to white line, is coming to push back the debris to make sure that if there's an errant vehicle or somebody needs to pull over, or if you got to pass a convoy of the National Guard or other resource agencies, there's places to safely maneuver over. So we're beginning that. But our first priorities are always those high routes. But now, again, this is a statewide event. We are working with all the counties in the affected area. In fact, we have our resources and consultant resources, some 50 consultant contractor crews working in 10 counties of the 41 counties in the declared area. And we're reaching out to each county, too, to say, what can we do to help get you white line to white line, or passable to white line. So we're, again, moving into the cities and the counties, trying to provide the relief that they need. Out of those 32,000 miles of roads impacted in the 41 counties, the majority of those are city, streets, and county roads. So you can understand that this is still many, many days of cleanup to get the roads fully passable. I need to update you on another critical issue, traffic signals. So we've had 106 signals today that still have to be repaired or rebuilt totally. They're just totally damaged, they're non-functional, they're not working. That's going to take us some time. We have full resources working on that. The 106 signals, the majority of them are in Augusta, Richmond, and Columbia County. So we're redeploying forces from all over the state, including consultant contractors, to help get those 106 signals back online. When you come to a signal that is not functioning, it is a 4-way stop. I got to re-emphasize that. It is a 4-way stop. Even if there's part of a signal hanging there and you're saying it doesn't look like a signal, please, you got to treat it as a 4-way stop. We don't need anyone else to be hurt or injured. We still have 146 traffic signals that are functional but don't have power. And so as power keeps coming on, these will be back functional. But if you put that together, that's 250 some odd signals that are not working at the moment. So we just ask everybody, if you're out and about, please be cognizant of the signals that are not working. We're going to ask you to limit your travel in these most affected areas as well, while we work again to try to get signal power back on and signals rebuilt. That leads me to the third thing, signs. there are thousands of signs that are either bent over, damaged, or just plain missing. We've already replaced over 2,600 signs across the state. And the signs that we replace first are the red signs, the important ones, the stop signs, the yield signs, the wrong way signs. But there are still thousands of signs that are missing. So we ask that you, again, be a defensive driver. If you know that there used to be a stop sign at this location, please treat it as a stop sign is there. We're trying our best. And again, state routes and interstates, obviously we're in our first priorities, but working with cities and counties, there are a lot of signs that are just plain gone. So again, please be a defensive driver and treat the roads safely as we go. Again, last word is please limit your travel. Give the power crews, again, room to work. Give our crews, the Guard, Forestry Commission, DNR, everybody's out there that's still trying to get the roads passable and get them safed up, the room to work. And I'll turn it back to you, Governor. Thank you.